Good morning. Thanks for joining us for the News 12 FastCast. I'm Nick Proto, 7:30 here on our Thursday morning. We're going to start things off with First Alert meteorologist Tim Strong. We've got a first alert in effect.
Yeah, and it has a lot to do with the temperatures right now. Road conditions, you can see I-20 and Riverwatch right there at the exit, Riverwatch Parkway, looking a whole lot better. Doesn't mean it's all cleared up yet for everybody. Still some icing out there on some back roads that still need a little bit more time, but down around the lower and mid-teens, believe it or not, for actual air temperatures. That cold weather advisory is still in effect for just about the entire viewing area. Stretches for a lot of Georgia and South Carolina until 10 a.m. this morning. Let's talk about the planner here going in through the rest of the afternoon hours. How about a high up around the 40-degree mark? That would be kind of nice. Moving above freezing is always good for right now. So spending most of the afternoon in the mostly cloudy sky, partly sunny skies from time to time, but lots of lower 40s are starting to come back in the planner as we go through the extended 7-day stretch. A lot warmer forecast about a week from now. So when we're talking about above average temperatures or average highs, that will be a whole lot better for us here. But looking to get back in a trend of 40-degree temps here over the next few days. Nick?
All right, thanks, Tim. If you don't have to leave home this morning, just stay put. That is what GDOT crews are stressing right now. They say there's still a high risk for black ice while it's below freezing. The Georgia Department of Transportation says they made good progress yesterday, clearing roads with help from sunny conditions and a hot brine mixture. Roads are started drying faster than what was anticipated. This isn't live. This was video taken yesterday. For those who need to travel on the interstate this morning, officials say I-20 and 520 are mostly dry and clear. You do want to be careful, though, because of icy spots in shaded areas. On your screen now is a list of other Richmond County possible road closures: Peach Orchard Road, Deansbridge Road at Meadowbrook Drive, Deansbridge Road southbound at Hilson Road, and Tobacco Road from Peach Orchard Road to Mike Paget Highway. Now, these are the roads you can't get through because of ice. That's Barton Chapel Road and McDuffie Road. Detours are in place for that area. Walton Way Extension and Crane Ferry Road and Calhoun Expressway at Washington Road. Some roads have ice on them and may be dangerous to ride on, but are not closed. That includes Windsor Spring Road at Richmond Hill Road northbound and Wrightsboro Road at Hickman Road. And because of road conditions in our area, school districts have upgraded their plans. Some are still meeting online. Others are closed altogether. These are the schools we know are having another e-learning day: Richmond, Hancock, Lincoln, McDuffie, Washington, and Wilkes counties in Georgia, Aiken, Bamberg, Edgefield, and McCormick counties in South Carolina. Other schools include Fox Creek High School and Tall Pine STEM Academy. Students from AU, Augusta Tech, Payne College, and USC Aiken will all be remote. Aiken Tech is the only one we know who's going to have a late start today, but students will still report to class online. Leaders plan to return to campus by 10 o'clock this morning and expect employees to do so too. They say those who have a class today will need to check their email or Blackboard accounts for any updates from professors. And this is who we know is keeping closed for the day. In Georgia, Emmanuel, Burke, Columbia, Glasscock, Jefferson, Jenkins, Screven, Tolliver, and Warren counties, Allendale and Orangeburg counties in South Carolina. Other schools include Briarwood Academy and Oconee Fall Line Technical College. Barnwell County, Edmund Burke Academy, and Sale Charter School expect their students to complete remote work assigned to them this week while also staying closed. Good news for those trying to get to overnight warming shelters for free. The Augusta Transit will be back up and running at noon today. Their last route will end at 8:30 tonight as long as roads are safe and passable. The overnight centers are available at Augusta Rescue Mission, Garden City Rescue Mission, and the Salvation Army Center of Hope. There are also daytime warming centers at places like Carrie J. Mays, McBean Center, May Park, Bernie Ward Center, Henry Brigham Center, and Blythe Center. We have the full list right there on your screen. You can find their typical hours if you search for the Augusta Transit update on WRDW.com. You will have to find a ride to those daytime centers. Augusta Regional Airport hopes to get back to work today. That's the latest update from airport officials after they had to shut down again last night due to conditions on the runway. They reopened only for a couple hours in the aftermath of the snowstorm. Although conditions seem to be getting better, still make sure you have our First Alert weather app downloaded. That way you get notifications on the weather around you. It doesn't have to just be severe weather like this week. So pull out your phone and scan the code right there on your screen with your camera to download the app. It is free to use. This morning, Wilkes County officials are determining the cause of a deadly house fire that killed 2 people. Officials say it happened yesterday on Greensboro Road. The sheriff's office says the house was fully engulfed when they got there. Deputies say the 2 people were found dead inside the home. The Wilkes County Sheriff's Office, Coroner's Office, Fire Department, and State Marshal are all investigating. Staying in Wilkes County, we now know the name of another deadly fire victim. The coroner's office identifying that woman as Misty Moore. It happened on the 7th when Wilkes County officers say they were called to a tractor-trailer box that was turned into a home. Fire crews say they were told a body was inside when they got there. The investigation is still ongoing. A bill named after the Augusta University student found dead on UGA's campus is awaiting President Trump's signature. Congress passed the Laken Riley Act yesterday. That bill expands mandatory detention to include non-citizens convicted of or charged with burglary, larceny, theft, or shoplifting, as well as those who admit to committing those crimes. The bill is named after the 22-year-old who was murdered last year by a Venezuelan immigrant. Before the vote, Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene explained why she thought that legislation was necessary.
Laken Riley should be alive today. And she would be alive today if it hadn't been for the Democrats and the Biden administration that ripped our border open and allowed this illegal alien monster to come into our country.
The White House has not announced whether there will be a signing ceremony for this bill. The president is set to leave for North Carolina tomorrow. This morning, former Augusta Commissioner John Clark is fighting for his life after a recent heart attack. Commissioner Catherine Smith Rice says Clark is on life support at the hospital right now. Commissioners say he was treated for a sickness over the holidays, but seems to have recovered. No word yet on his current condition. That's it for the news side of things this morning. Let's send it back to Tim now for a last check of weather.
Well, warming trend will start moving that direction here. Still bitter cold mornings are going to continue with temps that are down in the 20s right now and teens, 40s and eventually 50s. Start working back in the path there going into next week. 20-degree temperatures, expect that to be back for morning lows Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So really cold, bitter mornings are going to be with us. We almost, I should say, tied a record low. We'll have to look at see what the official was this morning. At about 4 a.m., we were at 17 degrees. 16 is the record that was set back in 1985. We didn't quite get to our forecasted lows, but there were some that were as cold as 14 degrees. So if we fall into that range, we're looking at teens and 20s. I don't think we're setting records tomorrow. Those would have to be extremely cold, 10, 11 degrees right there by the next Friday, Saturday morning. Let's look at the rest of today. It's cloudy right now. There's an improvement in our temperatures. We're going to get above freezing before noontime, so that's good news. Unfortunately, it's not the perfect sunny day like we had yesterday. Middle 30s, we will see decreasing clouds start moving in overnight. Low temps tomorrow. The range will be down in the mid-20s to low 30s through drive time, and then midday temps are in the 40s. So that's where we really start noticing a little bit more of a change. And partly sunny to mostly sunny skies will be back through Friday afternoon. Beyond that, how about a jump in the 60s? That'll come our way next week. We might find a stray shower out early Monday morning. That's really about it for any rain chances coming our way. Still chilly mornings, 20s and 30s up to Monday, Tuesday morning, but that's above freezing. So good news there. 60 to 65 will be a welcome sight by Wednesday. Be careful out there. Bundle up.